Hello, welcome back to the film section, the series where we scroll through our libraries and pick out a film to review. I'm Gabe. And he's Ernest, but he won't tell you that. Today
There
we're
was there was a delay in your voice that I couldn't hear you.
okay. Well, today we're talking about No Time to Die. It's
And
you know,
no,
huh?
Bond.
What?
Our name is Bond. Rami's Bond. That's my name. Get it right next time, Gabe.
Okay. Well, this one was something. I don't really know what to think about it, to be completely honest
Then why are you making a video about it?
with you.
That's the real question, huh?
Because I'm hoping my thoughts would kind of condense themselves. I
Yeah.
am very much in the Squid Game moment right now. Literally just before watching this, I was watching.
Yeah, you know what?
Before starting this,
You
I was
should have
watching
wait.
Squid Game.
Yeah, you know what? You should have waited. You shouldn't have been these IGN reviewers being like, "Oh, I gotta get it as soon as possible."
Yeah. Well, my
Well, here
thoughts
we
are
are.
kind of scrambled at the moment because I'm in very I'm in a general space, but I'm trying to like kind of figure out where I fall in that section because I don't heavily dislike this movie, but I also don't like love it like everyone seems to be. Uh, I'm not there to be honest with
Well, I can't I can see why people like it because it's very easy to watch, I guess. Well, I can't say
you.
that
Easy is a
it's
hard is a harsh
it's
word.
it's too
2 hours 48, like
it's
almost
2 hours
three.
and 40 minutes.
Yeah, it's
What I mean by
almost
that, it's
three
very
hours. I will give it this. I didn't exactly feel that time, but I do think it did not need to be that long. I don't know
there's
about you.
definitely stuff you can cut out,
Yeah,
stuff you can
definitely.
flesh out and whatnot. Um, gotta get this out of the way. This
I want to say right now, let's do spoiler free, and
movie
then
was not as bad as the trailer made it out to be.
okay. Well, you cut
Spoiler
out, so you
free.
clearly didn't. Yeah. So let's go spoiler free for a little bit, and then jump into spoilers because there's a lot to talk about here. So let's keep it spoiler free for a little bit until we decide it's time.
All right.
Yeah, I know you want to jump right into literally everything, but just for a little bit, then we'll deep dive the fuck out of this.
Yeah. It'd be better to jump right into it.
Yeah, but the movie did just come out today, so let's give
Well,
it
in the
little.
UK,
It came
it
out
came
last
out
week.
much earlier.
It came out last
Yeah.
week in the UK, but
Mm-hmm.
here just came out.
Fuck the American people, partner.
We say as members of an American territory.
Yeah, I say as someone who lives in the United States. So why do
we
you have
say as
to?
we say as people who live in the United States. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm confused. I'm confused on why you labeled it as members of the territory when we're not even there,
Nope.
in that place.
Nope.
How strange. Trying to make yourself feel special, huh? Aren't you? Yeah. Look at you. I got you covered.
You got me covered. We're of
Yeah.
the same race.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Visibly so.
yeah, visibly is not the right word. Is not the right description. I look like an Italian.
Yeah. I meant for me, not you.
Oh, for you, yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
White boy.
Bada bing, bada
Anyway,
boom. Yeah,
no time to die.
no time to die. Yeah,
More like no time to die. Now you see that there's a comma there, so no time to die.
no time to fuck.
No, like you get it? Like there's a no and then comma
Yes,
time to die.
I get it. I get it.
Right.
Yep. No time for Rami Malek.
That's never gonna catch on.
No, but it describes him. It describes his character well.
What character?
Exactly. No time. Yeah, let's talk about Rami Malek real quick because he is the weakest part of the movie for me because he's barely in it. Keep in mind, this is a nearly 3 hour movie, and he's supposed to be the main villain. And he feels like he's just an addition, third at the last second because he literally comes in the third act, basically.
The trailers made him a big deal.
Oh yeah, but really, the villain for a while in this movie is
We
Blofeld.
can't say he came in at the
He okay. He has a brief appearance at the beginning of the film, and then you don't see him again for another like hour,
Mhm.
which was very jarring when he was suddenly reintroduced back in the movie, only for you to not see him for another 20, 30 minutes. Actually, no, for another hour. You don't see him for another hour after that, which was just ridiculous. So he's definitely one of the weakest Bond villains of recent memory. He's not doing anything new or interesting. You can't understand a word he says,
can't.
which I guess that's another issue I had with the movie is that I could barely understand what people were saying sometimes.
That's that was
It
just
seems
me.
like the audio mixing was. It could be because we sat in the back, right where the speakers were, so we were hearing the sounds more than the dialogue. I had that issue with Rogue One, too.
It's
But
probably the accents. I'm just saying
I
it's
know
probably the
it was.
accents.
It could have been the accents, but I'm eager to watch this at home to see if it was just the fact that we sat next to the speakers, because this movie's loud.
Perhaps.
I will say though, I'm glad I saw this in a theater. Can I just say that this movie is definitely like you should probably see it on a big screen if you can.
The movie is indeed beautiful. It has good cinematography,
Oh, it's a
some
very
awesome
pretty movie.
some pretty good set pieces. I ain't gonna lie.
It's a very big movie, and
It's a technically sound a movie.
yeah, it's definitely a movie that if you have a 100-inch television screen and state of the art surround sound, why not? Maybe watch it at home that way. But for everyone else, yeah, just go to a theater. Um, in
It's the
whichever
only way you
way
can
you,
watch it right now, guys.
it's the only way you can watch it right now. Not for a few months. I think this has a 45-day window. I'm not sure.
Oh, it's making bank. So
It's making bank, which is good for this franchise and good for the movie business as a whole. You know, but sometimes it happens to the wrong movie. I guess yeah, we might as well. I guess what are your general feelings on Daniel Craig's Bond? Because for me, he feels like same old, same old. In this movie in particular, it feels like he's the same as he was in the last couple movies.
um Skyfall was the one that did something relatively new for his character. And I don't think this is a hot take, but that should have been the last of his. That should have been his last movie as Bond.
It was
Skyfall.
supposed to be.
It should have been. God damn
It
it!
was supposed to be, and then that movie made $1 billion. So
No, but like it doesn't matter because
it
the next
does.
Bond film would. No. I'm saying like Craig would have still been, whatever, and then recasting new Bonds that would have still carried over.
Right. But
Because Skyfall didn't leave anything to, for a
yeah,
future
it didn't. It
Daniel
didn't
Craig
leave
film.
anything open. It
It was
it
a
just kind
perfect
of
ending.
ended. Yeah.
Yeah, and then you could have had your next Bond.
This movie though does have finality to it, I will say, but it leaves enough open so that if they were to never do another Bond movie, I'd be like, okay, this is a place to end it. I don't know if I feel entirely satisfied, but I see that this is a ending. It just we know we're gonna get another Bond movie. We know we're gonna get a new actor. So at a certain point, it kind of falls into. Uh, it almost doesn't feel earned, right? I didn't feel the ending because
No,
I know we're just gonna get another one. I know
well,
we're
not
gonna
even
get
that.
another
It's
Bond.
just that his character has had such high and low, very
Yeah,
lows and highs,
but a lot
and
of Bonds do. To be fair, that's kind of just a thing in the
wait, you can't
franchise.
say that. You haven't exactly seen the older Bond
That's
films,
have
have
you
you?
other than
That's no.
GoldenEye?
I'm not. I'm saying you're saying that. I can't say that either, but I don't know why you're saying that when you haven't really seen the older Bond films.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
from this
Got
Daniel
you there,
Craig
huh?
one, the lows are really low.
They are.
Lows are very low. Quantum of Solace and Spectre are. But I will say, this movie, full warning, if you're expecting to completely forget Spectre, you're watching the wrong movie because this movie basically spends the first half of it dealing with fixing Spectre, I guess.
Fixing it.
Fixing or just dealing with it because of what they did in that movie. So
And like
they
they
spend a
didn't have to.
lot of time.
They didn't have to do that. That's the crazy thing. They didn't have to do
They
that.
didn't have to, but I guess they felt the need. It's like, we gotta
They,
deal with this.
they really felt the need to continue the stupid story arc with Bond and his stupid the other Bond girl. I forget her name.
Madeline.
Madeline. Yeah,
It
yeah.
took
They really
me.
felt the
It
need to continue
legit
that.
took me forever to figure out her name until they said it 3 times in a row.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Because she's so
oh, that's
forgettable.
she's very forgettable.
She's not a great Bond girl. I just gotta say that.
But she doesn't really. Inspector, she was the Bond girl. In this one, she's not really.
How can you say there's three Bond girls
There's
technically,
3 Bond girls in this one.
so she's a Bond girl.
But
She's just
she's a Bond girl. She's kind of the main focus on like the rest of them.
unfortunately, and it's crazy because the Cuban chick,
Oh, Ana de
eh,
Armas. Yeah,
she was great.
she
I
was
liked her
tons
a
of
lot.
fun. I liked her a lot. I would love to
I
see her
mean,
again.
something didn't make sense about her, and something
Oh,
dumb with her happened. It
sure.
was really
Yeah,
dumb, but yeah, she was great.
no, yeah, I would love to
I
see
would
her
like to see
again.
more of her.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing her again. That was cool, and I was very nervous about the new Double O introduced in the film.
Yeah, the trailers made her look
Yeah,
awful.
the trailers do not do her any favors. She actually, like, when she gets to bounce off of Bond and like actually interact with him, it's actually a lot of fun. I thought I had a good time with
Wait,
that.
hold on. Did you hear about that? There was gonna be a scene about her talking about some fucking tampon. There was
I
gonna
did
be a scene like
I
that.
did not hear that.
Yeah, no, they had some awful takes for this film upon the trailers and whatnot, but
Mm.
thankfully because of the delays, they probably had some chances to redo all of that because apparently the people had early screenings to see what they had at
Yeah,
first and
test screenings. Yeah.
yeah, test screenings, they didn't like it, so they yeah,
Well, you do what you have to do.
thankfully.
Yeah. Yeah, she didn't feel. To me, she didn't feel overbearing. She isn't in the movie a whole lot, to be fair, and they spend a lot of the movie putting her down because the character you get from her is kind of cocky and arrogant and not level-headed like Bond is. So
Yeah,
she's completely
I
separate from
really
him. I like that they made her a different character.
I really thought that they were gonna have her just walk all over Bond and he was just
No,
gonna take it. No, he didn't
no,
take it.
no. He threw
He
it
stood
right
his
back at him.
ground.
He threw it right back at
Yeah,
her, and she
yeah.
like stood there and been like, "Okay,
But
this is how this is gonna be. All right, got it."
yeah, and she's a little insecure at points when
Yeah,
she thinks her height and mighty power might be brought down.
yeah.
But eventually she gets humbled down.
No, she's humbled.
She
Yeah,
becomes
she's
humbled.
humbled throughout the film. But I do wish we could have seen a little more of her. She kind of
I mean, yeah,
disappears a lot from the movie.
guys, she's not a great character.
She's not like
She's basic.
complex. Yeah, they really didn't add any levels to her, which is why I
She's
wish
kind of basic.
she could have been in the movie a little more to expand on her. But if they want to move forward with her in the future, then that's fine.
I really thought I was gonna come out hating her, but I
Yeah,
didn't.
that's what I
So
thought. I thought I was gonna come out like really feeling like they were gonna hammer her in, and they didn't. They didn't at all. She kind of felt natural in the film.
yeah.
It didn't feel like they forced her in at all, which was good. It was good to know. It was good to see. Um, yeah, for me, the supporting characters are way more interesting. At least the new supporting characters. Bond in this movie kind of feels very
New
been
supporting characters?
the the new Double O and Ana de Armas,
Oh, so
the
just
Cuban
two of
girl,
them.
just the two of them, because they're like the only two new supporting characters. Everyone else is just returning characters. Um, yeah, Bond felt very been there, done that with him
Well, you can. Well, here's the thing. I think Craig was having a lot of fun this time
Yeah, I think it's he knew it was the end.
around with him, cracking a lot of jokes. No, he
Yeah,
was. You could tell he was having fun.
yeah, he was having a lot of fun. Um, I think it's because Craig is very picky with the projects. He has a lot to say, so um, his terms are very like
Apparently, he had a writing
yeah,
in the ending of his character,
yeah. That makes sense. Checks out.
which I don't approve. You will see, and we will talk about why.
Yeah. He apparently back. This movie was supposed to be directed by Danny Boyle, the guy who did like Train Spotting and all that, and that's why Craig wanted to do this one. But then he dropped out, and they got this director, Cary Fukunaga, who directed the first season of True Detective, and was the original director of It, until he dropped out and Andy Muschietti came in. But I can. This guy had a vision for this director, Cary Fukunaga. I don't know if he's exactly ready for big budget movies yet, but
no,
he's definitely got a knack for it. He's got an eye for it. So I would like to see him do more things that are maybe not this big.
Who else wrote this?
I don't know if it has a sole writing credit, but I think it was him and Phoebe Waller-Bridge. I don't know exactly. Story by there was 4 writers on this. 4 writers. So I'm gonna assume there was 3 writers, and then they added Phoebe Waller-Bridge. It looks like, so she probably came in and did some rewrites to tighten the script up a bit.
In it,
and she probably came in at like the last second and just tried to work with what they had.
Or maybe she made it worse. I don't know.
Or maybe she made it worse. I don't know. I don't know how much involvement she had in the script. Yeah, I really don't know. It's all like. So it looks like.
Yeah, writing was
she
whack, guys.
She was brought in late. Yeah, she was brought in late.
Yeah.
She was brought in at Daniel Craig's request. So I guess he was having problems with whatever it is they were doing, and then he asked to get her in there at the last minute, basically. Because that's odd, but, it happens on film productions that they get new writers at the last second.
Yeah.
Yeah, this movie is kind of just okay.
The writing is what needed work in this movie.
It also needed a new edit. Holy, did it need another pass in the editing. And Hans Zimmer, as much as I love the guy, this really just felt like a been there, done that for him. Because I was very excited when I heard Hans Zimmer was doing the score. Because I don't think he's done a Bond movie.
No.
So I was very excited. And the movie started out kind of cool with his score. And then he just started literally using tracks from The Dark Knight.
Yeah.
Which was incredibly distracting.
It sounded like it.
No, it didn't just sound like it. It straight up was, dude. You heard it. I heard it. We both looked at each other in the theater at the same time. Went, is this man just taking from The Dark Knight?
So it wasn't straight 100% from it, but you could hear the inspiration.
Dude, those were straight up the same notes.
Oh, it was.
Those were straight up the same notes.
It was a little Bondified, but not Dark.
Sure,
not Dark Knight.
Yeah, but he was definitely using the same strings in the same notes.
Yeah, same strings. I hear he's a big fan of Dark Knight.
Yeah, we both just looked at each other and went, "Is he?"
Yeah, when he when he did Bond stuff, it was nice.
Which kind of all comes in the last act, which is 2 hours into the movie. I can't stress enough how long this movie is. Because, Skyfall was what? 130,
220.
120, 220, 230.
There's no way Scupper was 120.
No, it wasn't 120, but it was like 230 or something like that. It
Yeah.
wasn't super long. This movie, or at least it didn't feel super long. This one definitely had its like, okay, we can go now. Yeah, I guess before we get into spoilers, what do you give it?
A 5.
A 5.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. I, we can get into why I give it a 5 on the spoiler talk.
Okay. Well, I'm very far away from you. I'm I'm gonna give it a 7
7's good.
because it has a lot of flaws, but I think what it what it does well, I enjoyed and was like, you know what, I I can see more of this. But the general census of the film is that it is not at all living up to whatever hype has been put on it. In my opinions, I think this might end up becoming an overrated one, and not in the way that like Skyfall can be considered overrated. This one is probably just gonna end up like that. But yeah, let me get that
So
out
is
of
the
the way.
movie okay or good? Because 7 is
It's a
considered good.
7. It's like 7 is like considering good, but I'm gonna pull the YMS. It is closer to a 6 than an 8.
Just give it a 6 or a 6.5.
It's an odd one because I'm separating a little bit my my personal feelings and kind of going off of like, okay, this is what I see, and what I see,
Are you?
enough of it is working for me. So that's where I'm landing. It could definitely go down. Upon a second watch, it could be definitely one of those like it gets worse the second time to watch it.
Oh, so I'm not wrong for giving it a 5? Or
I'm not gonna call you wrong. I definitely see. Again, we saw the same movie, so I see where you're coming from. But
not yet.
not well. Yeah, I was there with you. Trust me. But yeah, I guess yeah, we did enough. If you have not seen the movie, this is when you get the fuck out. If you have not seen it and do have any interest in seeing it, go watch it, and then come
We just
back.
calm boy.
Come back when you're done, or if you don't care, hey, stay. That's fine too. But we're gonna spoil the shit out of No Time to Die. So we're gonna give you about 3 seconds.
James Bond dies.
That wasn't even 3 seconds.
It's fine.
But yes, Daniel Craig's James Bond does in fact die at the end of this movie because Daniel Craig said so.
Well, he didn't have to.
He sure didn't have to. Also, can I just say I totally fucking predicted that the moment she put the spray on and he touched her hand and then choked out Blofeld and then he died. I was like, this motherfucker's gonna get poisoned at the end and then he's gonna die.
Yeah.
I was like, holy
thank
shit.
God. Like, thank God Rami Malek's character relied on the fact that Bond would choke out
Blofeld.
Blofeld. Yeah, thank God. Or else,
look, I forget Spectre.
And in that case, if Bond has the perfume, if he has the poison, he's already.
And they also made it important
poisoned.
to note that everyone he touched was given the virus.
Mm-hmm.
So, and he touches many people in this movie. So he's after that point, he's given basically everyone around him the virus that's not harmful until it is programmed to be so. Which I guess that's another thing. The big, scary, spooky virus in this movie is just Project Insight from Winter Soldier. It's literally made to target specific individuals and wipe them out in an instant with no effort. It is literally just Project Insight if it was a virus and not a code.
And not guns.
And not guns on a giant helicarrier. It's a little more subtle, but not really.
helicarriers.
Helicarriers. It's a little more subtle, but not much. Not much. And
Well, it's convenient with the plot.
instead of a giant couple helicarriers, it's a giant island.
Yeah.
It's a remote island in the middle of fucking nowhere.
I don't understand how it works, but it's fine.
It's. Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. By the way, the MI6 made this toxic weapon.
Right?
Oh,
No,
wow.
no. Not just MI6. M.
Yeah.
Proved all this.
Fucking Voldemort.
Yeah. Grand Budapest Hotel manager.
Yeah, and then some bad people break into the building for some reason. It's a fucking building. Don't ask me why.
Right at the beginning of the film, to get it's Safer's men getting a member of Spectre who also works for Safer, which that already got me confused. I was very confused about what the hell his goal was, because at the beginning of the film he's working for Spectre, so he's doing for what Spectre wants, but he's also doing what Safer wants, and somehow manages to, in front of a member of Spectre who's also working for Safer, reprogram the code of the, or whatever the fuck the virus is, to kill specifically Spectre members, and kills every single member of Spectre.
Yeah, and they're all just there.
And they're all just there. Like, they are all, granted, they came up with an excuse because they're celebrating Blofeld's birthday. So there is a reason for them to all be there, but holy shit, they really all are just there.
Yeah, but like there's no backup, nothing like that.
No, they're just all there.
It's really dumb.
Because Blofeld is turning however the fuck old. Also, they never explained how Blofeld was able to communicate from.
It was the eye.
It was the. Oh, that's right, the eye. Their stupid eye.
Yeah.
But how the fuck was he able to communicate off of intercom with just an eye?
Yeah. Why doesn't MI6 have a camera? Like they have a camera in his cell, but they don't have an audio camera in his cell where you can hear him talking. Really? No, nothing like that. Cool.
No.
What shitty stuff.
M's a M's a dude.
What do you say like that?
M's a dude. He's a guy.
Yeah. Yeah, and the movie starts out with a cool opening sequence.
Yeah, the movie peaked early.
Well. Hold on. The movie starts out with fucking. What's her name again?
What, Madeline? Oh, the flashback. Right?
Yeah, Madeline. And
Madeline's origin that is suddenly created after whatever the hell they set up in Spectre. I don't remember.
Yeah. And Rami Malek's character killed her mother because Madeline's father killed his whole family with a poison, mind you, with a toxic. That's why he has the scars. Yeah. But for some reason he survived it. We don't know why.
They said his mother. I think it was hard to discern what he was saying.
But we know nothing of it.
I was able to make out that his mother did something to save him, but I couldn't make out everything that he was saying.
All right.
So that was entirely. I just missed whatever he said because it was hard to understand what he was saying. But I got the word mother. I got that word.
Oh, he said that his mother died by his feet. I don't think he said anything about how his mother saved him. He just said that his mother died by his feet.
Never mind. I didn't hear the whole thing, so some valuable piece of information could have been spoken from that.
Yeah, but he just survives. We don't fucking know why. Also, he has this cool mask. I don't know what the history of this fucking mask. He wears it once. I don't know the history of this mask. They never say what about the mask. He wears it once. While limping in the snow.
Can we talk about how he gets shot 6-7 times and then just gets up?
Yeah, he just survives. Sure, I guess bulletproof vest, but he was bleeding afterwards.
Yeah, I was about to say there's blood marks. That passed through.
I don't understand.
And also, so they never. Did I miss a part of the movie where it is made, where it's understood that his body is frail?
No,
Did I miss a part?
I don't know.
Because
I don't
suddenly,
think
at
so.
the end of the film, he's picking up, or I guess we might as well say, Madeline and Bond had a child,
Yeah.
unbeknownst to Bond, because he leaves her in a train and then disappears for 5 years.
Well, we need to know why. We need to talk about why, right?
Because Madeline was keeping secrets and refused to say anything,
And that
and so
causes, and
and
that
that
bas- and
causes
that almost cost him his life.
that almost costs him his life. So he says, "Fuck it."
In the grave of his ex, by the way, the grave of Eva Green.
Yes, Vesper from Casino Royale.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good Bond girl.
Yeah, that was cool. Getting
It
that
suck.
that yeah that nod back. We even see Felix from Casino Royale in this one, who dies. He gets shot by.
Yeah, they
Billy
made his fake.
Magnussen.
I'm sorry, they make his stuff a bigger deal than it is. I'm sorry, they really
Yeah,
make
it
his fake.
wasn't. I was the whole
Rest
time I
in
was like,
that nigga with you.
am I supposed to feel something for this guy who's in one
And
movie
like,
and
it's
only for a
funny.
little
There's a
bit?
line where the guy who killed them, called Logan Ash, kills
The
Felix,
worst name.
and then he. I do remember his name. I do, like, it's crazy how I remember his fucking name
It's a stupid
because it's an easy
name.
name.
It's a stupid name.
Logan Ash is a really stupid name.
Logan
Where
Ash.
so like there's a part where James is gonna kill him,
Mhm.
and then he's like, "Oh, help me out, brother," and then James is like, "I had a brother. His name was Felix."
I was
Like,
like,
why?
we saw you in one movie for a little bit. Like,
Like,
what?
I was gonna ask you,
Did I
was he
miss
Inspector
something?
or Quantum Salas? Felix? Because I forgot
Felix?
Spectre, and I didn't see Quantum Salas. Yeah,
He was not in Quantum of Solace, from what I remember.
but it was Spectre.
And he definitely was an Inspector. He
All
was in
right,
Casino
then.
Royale.
Yeah. I know. I remember him from Casino Royale.
Yeah.
But it's just, yeah,
I'm
because
pretty sure
great.
he's not in Casino. I'm pretty sure he's not in Quantum of Solace. And he's definitely not Inspector.
All right. Okay. Good.
Yeah. Let me
So,
actually,
yeah, that was
let me double check. I could be wrong. I haven't seen Quantum of Solace
Please.
in like 10 years. I remember really not liking it. No, nope, he is in it. He is in it.
He's in Quantum
I
Solace?
just forgot. Yeah, he's in Quantum of
Oh.
Solace. Yep.
All
He's
right.
definitely not Inspector or Skyfall.
Well, shame on you for forgetting about him.
I'm
He
sorry.
was such a big.
I'm sorry.
He
He was such an interesting, important character.
he was such a big deal, god, dude, bruh.
Yeah. Can I just get Javier? Can I just get Javier Bardem back?
What?
Can I just get Javier Bardem? Can I just get a good villain again in a Bond movie, please?
No.
No, not allowed. I guess.
You only get two
You
in
only
the
live
whole
once.
franchise. You only get two villains, two good villains in Craig's thing.
Yeah.
In Craig's Bond films. So yeah, get fucked.
Yeah. Blofeld dies, and I think you saw me. I clapped.
Yeah, he was kind of shit.
I was like, I can't say I'm not enthused.
Also, yeah, when Rami Malek is chasing down Madeline, little Matt, that's her name, right? Madeline. Jesus
The
Christ.
kid.
Yeah.
I don't
Young.
know what the kid's name was.
No, that's her. That's
The kid was named Madeline.
that's Bond's girlfriend, Madeline.
Wait, are we talking about the kid or are we talking about her?
We're talking about her as a young girl.
Oh, okay.
In the flashback.
Yeah. Okay, sorry.
Talking about her as a flashback.
Yeah.
So she falls down the ice. She should be fucking dead. I don't care. But then he sees her and he shoots at the water directly
Completely
at
misses.
her.
Completely
And
misses.
the bullets miss her.
Yeah,
Like, I know he's trying to kill her. He's not. But like,
no
he
time
hits
to,
her. I don't care.
no time to die. More like no time to hit your shots.
Yeah, no one hits their shot in this movie.
No one hits their shots in this movie unless you are named James Bond. You are not hitting a shot. Like James Bond got that
like,
John
at that
Wick
very moment in time,
accuracy.
I don't care if he wasn't trying to hit her. He hit her.
He hit her.
Well,
And they made a point to show a separate shot of the bullets coming down. And I was like, he hit her. She's dead.
Yeah, she's dead. But no, then he picks her up from the edge and it cuts to fucking her running out of the water. And then you wonder, why did he save her?
No, there was an explanation. I think I forgot it.
Like, he fell in love? I think that was something like it.
He either fell in love with her then, or, which is concerning, considering he was a grown-ass man at that point.
Well, you know what? He doesn't age apparently because
No,
he
he
should be
doesn't.
50
He should be like 50.
in the present. For his
And
look like it, he
keep
looks
in mind,
30.
Rami Malek is not like an old guy.
No,
And
Rami Malek's he's
if
still
they
30,
at least
right?
like
In his 30s.
he's 40.
Oh,
If they
okay.
like attempted to make him look older, I think I would have like completely believed it.
Yeah.
But they didn't attempt to make him look any older.
Yeah. He looks younger than Bond.
Yes, because he is.
No,
And also,
like, okay,
an undisclosed amount of time passed. It's not even. Let's not gloss over the fact that an unexplained amount of time passed between that flashback and Madeline as an adult, and Rami Malek still looks like 30.
Yeah. I mean, again, we're seeing him behind a mask, but it's safe to assume. But like,
they could have been pulling some Venom shit where like it's a different actor, but they just put Rami Malek's voice in there.
I don't believe you. I don't believe it. But
that would have been very funny.
But even still, Rami Malek looks like he's as young as Madeline. So it's like you didn't really try there, did you?
No, they didn't.
You didn't have to put the super plot line about her and him.
Like literally just put some extra makeup on him to make him look older, give him some gray hairs, and be like, okay,
yeah,
that makes sense. That matches up.
Or just don't do that.
Or just don't do that.
Because it was really dumb.
But if you're gonna do it, you gotta make him look older.
Commit to it. I don't care that he has a scarred face.
I don't care because it's not a point that's made. And he doesn't seem to care about it either because he just walks around.
He doesn't
with it.
care.
I don't know who this guy is. This movie
really stupid.
Spent so little time on him. I don't know who he is.
Like we know he has. Well, we know Bond has a daughter. Rami Malek captures her. But for some dumb reason, he lets her go, even though that's your fucking leverage, you cunt. Don't let her go. That is your leverage. Take her with you. Use her as a bargaining chip. End Bond's life with it. What are you doing?
Was the point that like he just didn't give a shit?
Really irritated me.
If he really, or does he have like a?
That's your leverage.
Does he have a thing for? I am gonna place my words very carefully.
Yeah, go ahead.
I almost walked into a bad situation.
I was sensing it.
Yeah. Does he have an understanding to children in terror? Is that what it is?
Well, he didn't seem to care about that in the big. He didn't seem to care
about. He says later in the movie that he saw her eyes and kind of understood where she was.
Sorry,
that's what he says. That is what he says.
All right, but
I'm not saying it makes sense.
Yeah, it doesn't really make sense.
I'm just telling you what he said.
Because this is a man who wants to kill millions of people with his stupid toxic.
Hundreds of millions of people.
Yeah, probably
for no reason.
Too, so
for no
I don't
reason.
think he cares about. Yeah, so I don't really think he cares about children.
Nope.
Fuck them kids.
He seemed willing. He seemed willing to completely just keep the kid around.
He should have kept the kid around.
Keep her free from all the shit that was going to happen.
No, that is your leverage for preventing Bond from doing anything rash.
Yeah, he just faded her. Because Bond literally like straight up like Japanese like kneeled over before him and pled he was sorry.
Well, that was him faking it.
I know, but it was like I had a moment where I was like, "You fucking bitch! You's a bitch right now. You are James motherfucking Bond. Shoot this mother! Pow 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 pow. Pow 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 pow. Because no one's gonna hit you. No one's gonna hit you.
Yeah, so actually, that's a really good point because Bond does like, oh my god, it's really stupid. Him going into that room.
Bond is the most brash, doesn't give a fuck person, and yet he, as a distraction, bends down and pleads, and then whips out the gat. Like,
yeah,
I understand.
Going into the room.
I understand you don't want to harm the child. That is understandable. All right. That child. He has a kid. He has a kid. He doesn't want to hurt her.
No, but like Vaughn has like pinpoint accuracy to hit whatever the fuck he wants. You telling me he's gonna miss Rami Malek's little head? Please.
No, but everyone else is gonna miss and maybe hit her.
Yeah. Like, man.
Which that was kind of bothering me. That always bothers me when you have like 4 ARs trained in
And
you
yeah,
with a
after
pistol.
Rami
And it's
Malek
like you have
lets
an
her
AR.
go, somehow she finds. Yeah, and after Rami Malek lets the kid go, somehow she finds her way
Back
to her mother and Bond.
And Bond. Somehow, I don't know.
Mother saver.
Maybe that's a deleted. Maybe that's a deleted
She
scene.
has to somehow make her way.
Maybe there is a deleted scene that was cut from the movie that explains how she
She's
got
5
from
years
there
old.
to there.
She's 5 years old.
5 years old.
Damn it.
Maybe they deleted something.
Could have deleted a lot more.
Yeah, they could have deleted a lot more.
Right.
Yeah, because this movie goes on for a while. Yeah, I noticed we're really only talking about the last act.
Well, okay.
Which is fine. I don't mind. That last act is a mess, but you know.
Yeah.
I'm just want to point that out.
Then there's something that really confuses me.
Mm-hmm.
In the beginning, if they wanted to kill both Bond and Madeline, why didn't they go to Madeline first and kill her and then
Did they want to kill Madeline specifically? If they were working for Safer at that point still, right? Like, say they are still working for Safer at this point. Safer has no intention of killing Madeline. It doesn't seem that way. And definitely Blofeld doesn't either. So, I would assume that they had no intention of touching her. They just wanted Bond. Or at that point, Blofeld wanted Bond. Because these guys at this point are still doubling for Blofeld or for Spectre.
So yes.
So I understand that they would just go after Bond. They also can't hit him for shit, so they tried.
They can't. They suck.
Because the big marketing shot that they're using is the one of Bond jumping off the bridge.
But you know what?
Rope,
you couldn't have Kabismi. You couldn't have Kabismi with that shot.
Yeah. But that preface to that scene is a bike and a car going full speed on a bridge. And now, if they didn't have guns,
yeah, thank God Bond has all the fucking plot armor.
Thank God, if they didn't have guns, then I would understand at least something. They had guns, and they are shooting point blank at him.
Hold on.
And hit
Why wouldn't
nothing.
they have guns? What are you saying there? They should always have guns. What are you saying there?
Well, you also have a car. You can just hit him with a car.
But we saw how he countered that.
Hiding behind a rock.
Yeah, no, the rock bounced off.
Yep.
So the car bounced off the rock that connected to the bridge conveniently. Thank God.
Still, they can't hit shit.
No, they can't.
They can't
because Bond has some plot armor in this movie.
Until he doesn't need it anymore.
Yeah, until he dies.
Yep. Until he gets shot miraculously like 4 times.
You couldn't have convinced me that they didn't want to kill Madeline when the guy was shooting. Some guy was shooting at the window she was in exactly. Like, oh my God, are you trying to kill her?
I don't know. I literally don't know. It was. I either missed it or it was just not explained as to what they were doing there. It seemed like they just wanted Bond, but then again, you're right. They did shoot. That dude did shoot point blank right in front of Madeline.
Yeah.
So, and he had what? He had slug rounds. It looked like. So.
Also, we're not also, and let's not forget the forest scene where they're actually trying to kill her.
Yeah.
So.
That's later, though.
If we're talking specifically, I like the forest
I do like the forest. I do like the forest scene a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, that's later.
Yeah. I like the forest scene a lot. It's really nice to look at, and it's different. I can't say I've seen a forest fight scene in a while.
It was, and
especially a forest car chase. Also, I guess to praise aspects of the movie, I like that a lot of the action and like big spectacle was done in camera. You could tell they weren't using too much CGI, which could have been really easy. This is a very big budget movie, so it would have been incredibly easy to just slap CGI all over the place. But no, they stuck to a lot of practical effects and practical stunts.
Yeah.
Like that shot of the car hitting the tree and then flipping over and Bond narrowly getting out of the way and then shooting right at it. That's some dangerous shit. Like that, the logistics of that must have been ridiculous. And props to whoever drove that truck, whoever, if it was Daniel Craig, just getting the fuck out of the way. That must have been some scary. That's some shit your pants shit right there.
Well, we know he can do action.
Craig, yeah.
Daniel.
Yeah.
But the whole complex, like, I like the scene because the whole complexity changes when there's a child involved.
Yeah.
Too bad it didn't capitalize much.
No, they didn't capitalize much on it besides like a quick chase on the ground, which again was very pretty.
Not really. They didn't really do much with that.
They didn't really do much with it.
Yeah.
But... Yeah.
It was. Thank God the maggots are incompetent, but not fucking shooting the truck.
No, not at all. They were just
They
trying
have
to ram.
a helicopter.
And also, this man was in a Toyota driving against three Range Rovers.
Yeah.
And I was just like, is that Toyota like 6 horsepower or something?
Like, mind you, guys, before they escaped, Bond had his, totally bulletproof, gadget-filled car with him. They could have gone in that one, but no, they had to go to the fucking Toyota.
It was a nice Toyota.
Well,
it was in fact a nice Toyota.
Like, why? Why couldn't you go into the bulletproof car with gadgets?
Because the Toyota was nice, Ernest. It's a good family car. It gets you places. It gets the groceries. How many groceries are you gonna put in that Aston Martin, huh? Bread.
You know how many bad guys? You know how many bad guys you can kill with the bulletproof car?
Too many. That's not the point. The point is that it's a good family car.
Oh, it's fine. We have to do our action scene. It's fine. Oh.
It's a good family car. It gets you places. It's reliable. He smacked it into 2 other cars, and there wasn't a scratch on it.
Somehow. Yeah, like here I am playing Agent Under Fire. Good video game, good Bond video game. Oh, I'm driving a fucking Toyota instead of the awesome Bond car with gadgets and shit. Oh, that's really dumb. Why am I doing this? Oh, okay, thank you, game.
He's playing on hard mode.
I'm playing on hard mode. The hard mode gives you the Toyota.
Yeah, hard mode would give you the Toyota. What the fuck? It's a challenge, motherfucker.
Like, oh man, that one had missiles and shit. God damn it, guys.
Yeah.
So the movie has comedy. It lands, but sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah, it rarely does.
Like sometimes it has this Office-esque comedy where everything's awkward, and I didn't laugh at that.
But normally awkward comedy is kind of like endearing if done right, but it doesn't fit in No Time to Die. It doesn't fit in a Bond movie.
The comedy is much better when Bond is being, the comedic guy with his sway one-liners and whatnot. That works.
His cheesy one-liners.
They can't be cheesy. They make us laugh.
I'm sorry, I rolled my fucking eyes at what was it? It blew his mind.
You know what I really rolled my eyes at? You know what time it is? Time to die. Because for some reason the Russian guy made a comment about how you can erase her entire race.
I ain't gonna lie. I was fully expecting her to say it's no time to die and just kick him.
And she did.
But no, she said time to die, and she said that shit with malice. You saw that in her face. She meant it.
Yeah, it's because the scientist made some stupid comment about her race,
which was just like, I was like, where the fuck did that come from?
I don't. Why? What the fuck? Jesus Christ! Who in the writing room?
Are you just that much of an asshole? Like, is that what it is?
But
you look the black woman in the eyes and go, "I want to exterminate all of you."
No, he said he can.
What do you expect her to do?
No, but it's a really dumb line. I want to know who in the writing room thought, "Hey, let's put it there."
Like, what?
Just put that
There's
in
a
fucking
lot of
drawer.
shit in this movie
Stupid.
that's just like weird and out of
What?
place.
Yeah, we talked about the Cuban girl. I liked her.
Yeah, I liked her a lot.
But there was also like it starts with her being very nervous and saying she had 3 weeks of training.
I
Like we
know.
went,
Yeah.
what the
Okay.
fuck?
I do need to ask. 'Cause you literally put your hand out in front of the screen and went, "What the fuck?" And I didn't understand what it was you were getting upset about. I was like, "What?" I was
Okay,
very
so
confused as to what
so
you were angry about.
it's okay. So it's the fact that they basically had a newcomer
Mm-hmm.
assigned to something this fucking important.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't make sense. The CIA would not fucking do that.
Mm-hmm.
A special intelligence agency would not do that.
It
It
wasn't
wouldn't
MI6.
because no, I said CIA.
Oh, right. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
said
Yeah.
CIA. And like overall, a special intelligence agency
Mm-hmm.
would
You cut out.
3 weeks training. Yeah, someone with inexperience and 3 weeks training. Nobody would do that. Bond franchises have never done that. Everyone's really pretty experienced,
Yeah.
or if not, like first time comers. They know what the fuck they're doing. But that comment really threw me out because that didn't make any
It
sense.
also,
It was really dumb.
and it was
But it
also,
turns out it was.
it was also not true, or at least it seemed like, because she knew
Turns
what
out it was
she was
bullshit
doing.
because she was
She knew what
one
she was doing.
handing. She was one handing Uzis and yeah, it was yeah.
She
It
knew what
was
she was
bullshit
doing.
because she was one handing Uzis and Magnums. So it was like, what the fuck? I don't. What was the point of that line then? What are you making me angry over that? Just to make me angry over this. What the fuck, movie?
Yeah. Because
Why are you
I
doing?
don't know if it was, because I think she mentioned, I think she said that it wasn't her first mission. I think when she said she had 3 weeks of training, I think she meant she had trained for 3 weeks on this
Oh,
one.
there.
I again, like, a lot of the dialogue was hard to hear. So
Well, that can't be true because clearly it was very improv with fucking Bond coming in at the last second.
mhm.
So what was their plan at that point? See, you didn't really think about this stuff, do they? So yeah, that was dumb. But then it turns out I liked her in the end because she was awesome and
Mhm.
kick-ass and hot, and pretty quirky.
Yeah.
Her and Bond had some good chemistry. I wish I saw more of her. I wish she
Yeah, I
was
wish
the
she
actual.
was. I wish she was in more of the movie.
I wish she was a psychic
Yeah, like
in
she
this
left.
movie
She just
rather than.
leaves. She just leaves the movie, and I was like, wait, don't go, no,
No, don't
please,
I
no,
like
no,
I
no.
like you a lot. No,
I was
no,
like,
no, no.
damn it,
Damn it.
because at this point you still like don't really know much about this new Double O. So you're kind of just like, wait. But yeah,
Well,
I'm sure they'll
talking
bring
about
her
the new
back.
Double O, we saw their introduction.
Mhm.
James Bond is leaving a basically a club after
Mhm.
having a private meeting with Alex. What's his name? That
Felix
was the
and Logan.
with Felix and
Yeah.
Logan.
Mhm.
Um, which is oh my god, dude! I just fucking realized I
Mhm.
forgot the fact that they were having that private meeting exactly where one of Siffer's men
Oh
was.
yeah, where Safer's man was. Yep.
So like, why would you do that? That leaves you
They didn't see
a
him.
total risk,
They didn't see
huh?
him.
No, I know they didn't see him, but he
Yeah.
saw them.
Yeah.
But even still, these are smart.
I mean, how are they supposed to exactly know that
A
he was there?
No, it's not that they weren't supposed to know. It's that they wouldn't take this risk. They shouldn't take a risk like that
Mm,
to have a meeting such as that in a crowded area.
yeah. I
That's
mean,
important.
it
So
wouldn't matter anyway because of Logan's reveal later on. So either way,
no, but
that
like
information
even
is
still,
compromised. Yeah.
they would not have done that. Especially fucking James, who would not have been like, oh, let's talk let's talk in the very crowded area with people, music, where people can just go to us. Let's
Yeah.
do that over there. It's a good idea. Yeah, let's do that. And there was one of Siffer's men there who, for some reason, didn't kill them. Okay, cool. And then he leaves and finds that his Jeep is fucked up
Yeah. Won't
because
start.
the new double O fucked it up, and there she is, and
You cut out again.
what it called? Oh, and yeah, she the new double O, she messed up his Jeep, and there she was, just waiting for him, on a little bike. I forgot what the bike is called. What those bikes are called, but they're funny. They're funny bikes. I like.
The scooters or Ducatis? Oh, the Vespa?
Yeah, it was in a Vespa.
Oh.
There she was on a little bike, and then she's like, "Oh, come on," and then they go to his house, and then she makes some very flirtatious actions with him for some reason. Like she says, "Is that the bedroom?" Wow. And then she denies him sex. Oh, not really. She just says, like, she doesn't say anything. There's just a fuck. Even though she teased him, it was weird. She takes off her wig, and then she talks about how if you get in my way, like, which brings up a question: did M send her there?
Yeah.
To make sure she told Bond to not get in his way. They did that.
I don't know. That's not explained.
Yeah. It really is it, huh? Yeah. So yeah, thank God she was there to tell him this. And even though that is pretty much the convincing factor that makes him go to Felix, accept Felix's offer. So thank God for her, right? Whew.
Well, we know for a fact M sent her there. We know that much. But
yeah.
But
yeah, and she's basically the convincing factor on for Bond joining Felix. So, thank God for that, huh? So, you go, girl. Yeah, Bond accepts, and then we have the whole sequence in Cuba. Pretty neat sequence, I'd say. And then Felix dies because Bond steals the new 007's plane and takes the scientist Russian guy. Yeah, takes him to this these oil tankers. I forgot what they're called. These oil places.
Oil rigs.
One of those. Huh?
The oil rig.
Yeah, the oil rig. Yeah, takes them to the oil rig where Felix and Logan they're awaiting. Just them, by the way.
Just them. Just them.
Just them. You would have thought they would have had more people there for an extraction. That's basically what it is, an extraction, and an interrogation too. But yay! And then turns out Logan, he's a traitorous bastard, or that bastard, and he kills Felix, and Bond and him have a fight, pretty hard hitting fight too. You really wouldn't be able to tell because they don't really sell the effects of the hits and attacks, but it's fine. Looks cool. Although sometimes because the lighting was all red and whatnot, I didn't know who was who at some points. That was me. True. I don't know about you.
Yeah. Well, and it was done handheld, so not only do you have bright red light that can't really discern who's who, the camera's moving a lot.
Yeah, it didn't help that they were basically dressed. They had basically the same outfit.
Yeah.
Him and Logan.
Same colors.
Yeah, same colors.
Same colors.
Yeah, that didn't help. Yeah, and then Felix blows up the rig, and Felix dies. I wasn't sad at all. I'm sorry, but I wasn't.
I couldn't have cared less.
No, it's crazy. Thankfully Bond finds a floaty.
Very conveniently placed.
Yeah.
I was
and then he's in fucking London. And then he's in London. He just cuts him being in London. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah. I was half expecting like the new 00 to show up in a plane. When he's in the water. I was half expecting that. And I was like, that wouldn't have been out of place in this movie.
Yeah, also he took her plane. So
hey, if you want to watch a cool adventure movie or action movie with Daniel Craig, you might as well go watch The Adventures of Tintin.
Tintin's great.
Tintin is great.
We should watch that.
I would love to watch that movie again.
Yeah.
I fucking love Tintin.
Basically a cargo ship picks him up, and then he's in London. Done. Yeah, he's just there, and then he meets with the agency once more, and he, for some reason, Mr. Popular James Bond, he has to go to the to the desk, secretary desk, and he has to say his full name because I guess the guy didn't recognize him. Maybe he's new. Maybe he's fucking new. Sure.
Maybe he's new.
Let's go with that. Yeah, maybe he's new. But then everyone upstairs was like,
it's just to get another one of the Bond. James Bond.
Yeah, but then everyone upstairs recognizes him, like, oh my god, is that fucking James Bond? Because actually pretty neat scene where they were all like, "Hello, 007," like referring to who they were referring to, either Bond or the new one.
Yeah. Yeah, they like the shot. This is the girl that walks by. She goes, "Hey, 007?"
7?
She
Hello,
was
007. Oh my god.
okay.
Oh,
What the fuck?
I'm so confused. So yeah, then Bond has a meeting with Voldemort M. It was hard not to see Voldemort when I saw him.
Well,
Just saying.
you just went through the Harry Potter movies again, so that's
Yeah, so
understandable. Yeah.
it feels all familiar now, doesn't it? Yeah, they have a meeting.
Dude, I couldn't get. Whenever I saw Moneypenny, I kept thinking Shriek
Huh?
because she was Shriek in
He
Venom
was.
that we saw last
Yeah.
week.
Don't make movies like that again, please.
And please don't use that voice ever again in a movie.
Please. Just be British
Yeah, thank you.
more.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, then M and Daniel and James have a little meeting, you know. James calls M gay or something. And
Did he?
then no. Like, this is me joking. He calls him small.
The problem is that that totally could have happened and it would have been place.
Calls him gay.
Oh man.
M yo gay. Yeah, it was just a little fucking disagreement on why, you know, telling him, don't fucking get involved. I'm gonna get involved. Don't get involved. Okay, but I'm gonna get involved, and I want the other guy in the prison cell. You know, Ernest, the little shit. No. Okay, bye. And then the fucking girl Shriek. I forget her name.
Moneypenny.
Moneypenny. There we go.
Yeah.
You know, Moneypenny. She says, "Hey, Bond, where are you going?" And then they go to Q, and Q is all not pleased to see Bond.
Can I just say about that scene? I desperately wanted to know who he was setting up dinner for.
His state, some guy.
Some guy, some
Yeah.
chick.
No,
I
it's some guy.
wanted to know.
They
I wanted
no
the
no
movie.
it
I legit wanted the movie to stop so I could see
no
who Q was setting up dinner
it was some guy because he makes a statement about him saying he'll be here in 20 minutes. So I guess he's gay now. They made him gay for some reason.
for. That Q? I see it. No offense
which
to the
which which
actor. He's a great
which by the
actor.
way, is something they could totally edit out when it has the
Oh
you
yeah,
know China release.
yeah. I think it does have a
So
China. I think it did get a Chinese release date.
so yeah, they probably edit that out. It's a throwaway line that they get edited out.
You
So
think you
pandering,
think they'd even catch it?
I fucking did.
Yeah, you did. I didn't even catch it.
Wait, who's they? Yeah, you were
China,
distracted.
China.
I was paying attention. Well, it wouldn't matter because they probably took it out.
Who knows? Literally, who knows? They could have
Like, you know,
left it
they
in, and China just didn't catch it.
unlikely.
Unlikely, but it's possible.
Oh,
Yeah. By the way, we're
unlikely.
still like what? Just barely over an hour in this movie at this point, or getting to
Yeah,
there.
or making some little
A
trampling and
lot
whatnot.
has already happened,
Yeah,
and we're barely getting into this movie because this
yeah,
movie takes forever to get going.
it does. So yes, and Q makes some hacking shit with the file James gave him, a file that James recovered from the Russian scientist. He recovers it, and then it was a very red lettering, reminding me of Carnage. I said that to you. Oh my god, Carnage hacking. Yeah, you lost your mind.
I lost my mind. There's 2 points in this movie where I lost it, and that was one of them.
Oh my god, Carnage hacking. Yeah, he does some Carnage hacking shit, and then he gets a bunch of names. And so he's confusing sometimes. It is confusing sometimes. Uh, he asks something about someone who has access to whatever, and
Cut to
yeah,
Madeline
it leads to Madeline because apparently Madeline has been an asset to the MI6 for 5 years now
as a therapist or a
as a
psychotherapist.
therapist. Something like that.
As a
Something like that. Yeah,
psychotherapist, yeah. No, that's valuable. Yeah.
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 Or info, giving out info
For
that she might know.
information, information she
Yeah,
might know, help getting information from others. Yeah, that's useful.
pretty useful. And then she's She's going to her work, and then some other therapist fellow says, "New kindness up. He's so weird," and she's like, "You can't say that." It's a really good line. You can't say that.
That was so weird. I was like, that's just unprofessional.
Yeah, but she thought he was really weird because, well, Rami Malek is a very weird looking guy. It's a very weird guy in his roles. I ain't gonna lie, bro.
Yeah, no, he
So
does.
yeah, then she sees Rami Malek again, Suffer, or whatever the fuck his name was.
Doesn't immediately recognize him.
I guess she never saw his face.
That's true.
Which begs the question: what did he do after he took her out of the ice? Did he just dip?
Yeah.
He just, but then she should be dead. I'm sorry. She should be freezing to death at that point.
You know, he just dipped.
Okay,
That is my headcanon now. He just dipped.
He just dipped.
He gave her a Scooby snack and dipped.
He dipped while bleeding out and limping.
Yeah.
Cool. Fine.
Man's built different.
And then he shows her the mask, and then he gives her this perfume that has the poison, and then she puts the poison, and then later on they set up this meeting with Bond, Maladin, and Arch, and she puts the perfume on her wrist. And I made a joke about her it burning, like it burns. It just doesn't fucking burn. I don't know what this talks about anymore. It does. I don't know what the fuck that poison does anymore, man. I don't know what it does. Sometimes it might feel like an acid. Just you might get cooked alive, like or you can go blind from it. Apparently, they
the tea.
Yeah, the tea can make you blind, which is a lie apparently because fucking poured on.
It didn't make him blind.
Yeah, so that was a fucking lie. Yeah, then the interrogation is set, and we see the villain of Spectre, lame ass villain, from a good actor, mind you, a great actor.
A great actor. Academy Award winning actor.
God damn it! What a wasted
cheeseburger enthusiast.
Yeah, the Jew hunter.
Friend of Django.
Yeah, then they have a little interrogation, which fucking
Christoph Waltz.
Yes, huh?
Christoph Waltz.
Yeah,
great actor.
Yeah, then they have interrogation. Well, but before that, Madeline, she does some little pussy action and leaves. Dips. She's like, oh no. So thankfully,
oh shit.
Thankfully, before she leaves, Bond grabs her by the wrist. Thankfully, because grabs her by the wrist with the exact hand that he is going to use to kill Erch Bolovich.
Blofeld.
That exact, what?
Blofeld.
Erch Blofeld. Yeah, there we go.
Ernest Blofeld.
Ernst Blofeld. Yeah, thankfully. Man, it's also fucking convenient, isn't it? It's also so coincidental and convenient.
Yeah.
Thank God for this movie.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then she does some, she panics, and then they have this interrogation. Bond and Ernst Blofeld talk.
Blofeld.
And Blofeld.
Where do you keep getting Blovich?
It sounds cooler.
No, sure.
You tried to deny it, but you couldn't. Haha.
They both sound stupid to me, but Blofeld is stupider.
Racist.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah, then they have.
German.
I'm so glad you caught the joke. Thank you. So yeah, then they have this interrogation and this dialogue, and I think the movie thought it was smarter than that actually was. The whole interrogation with them. Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Every time I've seen interrogation scene in a movie, I always assume the movie thinks it's smarter than it is.
Dark Knight?
There's the exception that proves the rule.
Hey, there we go. But not only that, it was just the dialogue that we're saying, just the stuff that we're talking about.
The very on the nose dialogue that
supposed
to be poignant, and it's not at all.
It's not. The movie this movie does not have good writing. I'm sorry.
It's very mocking at this point.
Yeah. And it was just Bond acting kind of silly throughout the interrogation.
He's really off in this movie sometimes, Bond.
he was
He's
very
not.
hand moving and
Yeah,
whatnot.
he talks like. At a certain point, he just kind of starts talking like Daniel Craig. And I was like, man, Craig, you really want out. You
I'm like, yeah,
really
if it
wanted
was,
your paycheck.
and I was thinking, if it was Pierce Brosnan, he would have been very suave and whatnot.
I mean, suave.
Suave, smooth. He would have seduced me. Would have seduced him. Seduced everybody in there. Totally. And then Bond loses his cool and starts choking him. And apparently the guy in the back has an issue with this, even though it was a fucking interrogation. Do you not know how interrogations work? But oh my god, he gives out this awful line where he says, "Die."
I forgot about that.
Die.
I forgot
Die.
about
While choking
that.
him. It was really dumb.
I forgot about that.
And thankfully he did. He got poisoned. He just slumped over and then I'm dead.
Damn, bro, I'm kind of dead.
What a great death for such a great villain. Job movie. Yeah. And then we cut to Q and the group with Bond in the office, in his little office underground. Them having a conversation about what the fuck just happened, the fact that Bond now has an infectious disease on him. But not really. We kind of just forget about that in the end. We really do.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter in the end.
It doesn't matter.
The movie just kind of forgets about it.
Mm-hmm.
And then they're like, yo, what the fuck is that Madeline bitch at? Turns out she's hiding in what I assume to be the old place she used to live in as a child, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that says it all, doesn't
Looked
it?
like a very different house.
But the inside is similar, just cleaner.
Yeah.
Because they had this similar thing to climb upstairs, but the outer side of the
The
whole
outside of the
place
house
was
looked very
different.
different.
Yeah, it was so different because in the flashback it was a whole lake. It was frozen, but the outside wasn't. So I don't know where it was. It was just one of her many safe houses that looks like her old childhood house. Okay,
I guess.
fine.
Or maybe she built that house to look like her childhood home.
God, 5 years is a lot. It's a lot of time to build.
5 times, plenty of time.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yes.
But for some reason,
now we
Madeline
get the
is
introduction to the child.
Yeah.
The child who speaks French only?
Only French.
I guess it makes sense. Her mother's French.
Right. I guess so.
Yeah.
But and then for some reason Madeline is very petty and says, "She's not yours, James." But James does not.
he gets the line because that's the blue eyes.
Blue eyes. She's not yours. She's not yours.
You're like,
But for some reason,
you like how he has a moment. He's like, but
she's not yours. Yeah. And after that, he doesn't press it anymore.
no, because at that point he's already figured it out.
Yeah.
So he doesn't need to press any further. He knows.
I suppose so. I suppose so. She's just being petty.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I went to the bathroom after this, but they share some information and whatnot.
Yes. So,
you told me.
Yeah. So Madeline gives all the information about Safer to Bond. The first thing Bond does with the information is tell Q.
Yeah.
He literally, like, after he finishes hearing it, he gets his phone and calls Q. And it's like, you did miss. Bond takes a couple pictures of the information, because there's pictures and a map. And he sends that all to Q, calls him. Like,
I was there. I did know about the pictures and whatnot.
Yeah, and then he goes, I need a plane. And then we get a scene with Bond making breakfast. No, so Bond and Madeline sleep in the same bed. And then the child wakes Bond up, but not Madeline. And he makes her breakfast. He cuts an apple for her. He cuts all the skin off the apple because she's 5, and gives her the apple.
I was bad as a child. I was eating apples from everything.
He's like, "Is it good?" And she responds, "It's okay."
Fucking apple, Mike. It's a
Yeah,
fucking apple, Mike.
It's an apple, man. Like, what do you want her to say?
And I guess this makes a chain of events where the other 007 is tracking down Logan Ash.
Yes.
But it turns out Logan Ash is making his way to Bond to fucking kill him or
whatever.
Whatever. And they say they make a getaway because Bond calls the 007 and she says, "Yeah, I'm coming your way because I'm tracking Logan." And he figures it out, he figures it out. And like I said, his bulletproof gadget filled car is outside, but no, they take the Toyota. Okay. And as you mentioned,
it's a reliable family car.
Yeah, and as you mentioned, there was a pretty cool action scene, very pretty. I guess very competent, but thankfully it makes a lot more sense once you reach the forest, and
it becomes Home Alone for a second.
It becomes Home Alone for a second,
and I mean only a second.
Only a second, which makes me wonder: did they plan on making the way to the forest where they were gonna find this little fucked up cabin? Probably not. It's mighty.
They probably improvised.
Yeah, mighty convenience, mighty. And yeah, he puts Madeline and his daughter there to keep him safe, and then he goes out to wreck some shit. And I mean, he wrecks some shit, bro. He does it.
Man should have got decapitated.
He really should have.
Okay, can I just? Okay, I need to jump in here.
Yeah, go ahead.
Because I have a major pet peeve, and I didn't realize I had this pet peeve in movies until I saw John Wick, which is the expending of the useless expansion of ammo. Bond carries on him a Walther P-38. That thing probably has like 12 rounds at most, and he's firing it off like crazy.
Yeah.
And also, a lot of times in this movie, Bond just has a second gun, and it's never shown where it is. He just has it.
Well, it makes sense for an agent to have multiple guns. I guess on where is a real issue.
Where was it?
Well, times
he can put the Waltzer in his side, right? Where's that big ass AR with the grenade launcher gonna go? Did he just get it out of the Toyota? Did he put it in the Toyota? Why did he take it with him to?
It's safe to assume he did that.
Did he leave more in the car? Did this man straight up have an RPG in the car?
That's a good point, actually. They're probably more surprised.
And also, let's not forget, he gives Madeline another gun. So this man was strapped with 2 pistols and an AR. Yeah. And he wastes all the ammo of the Walther before he even actually starts firing on the goons. And of course, he never reloads once. Because who cares about reloading?
I do.
Guns have infinite ammo. We all know this.
Terminator 2 disagrees.
Terminator 2 disagrees. John Wick disagrees. Where everyone's reloading because you have to reload. Yeah. I'm sorry, continue.
Yeah. Well, I was just gonna say,
that bothers me in so many movies.
No, it's fine. If I recall to some old Bond films, because they're all in a way connected in a way. There he has some guns on his shoe, like in the sock area, take him out. Didn't he have a fucking lead gun in GoldenEye, I think?
I don't remember.
Anyway, Mance is loaded when the plot needs him to be.
Yeah.
He has plot armor.
God, he does.
Yeah, he wrecks shit up and he killed. Logan Ash, he's in one of the trucks to kill Bond. But Bond is, he's a he's a real trickster, that Bond, and for some fucking reason the driver is blind.
He hits a tree.
He hits a tree trunk, flips over.
It's a cool shot.
It's a cool shot. And Logan calls out of the car, but out of the truck, but he can't call anymore, and the truck crushes him because Bond pushes it to that point. He just forgot how to crawl. He just can't crawl anymore. I don't understand.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Logan Ash is dead. Oh, what a terrible fate for such a great character. Such a great character, man.
Mm-hmm.
Such a good character. We saw him for about 5 minutes.
Mm-hmm. You're being generous.
2 minutes.
There we
go. Yeah, so that's still too fucking generous. 30 seconds. There we go.
Sure felt like 30 seconds.
It sure did. And we come back to Madeline. You know, she has Bond gave her a gun, but he didn't bother giving her more ammo.
He could. Well, Thanks. No, the guns only have infinite ammo for him. He doesn't have to load them up again.
I guess you have to be a 00 to get infinite ammo.
He's got the cheat code.
He does.
He's got the cheat code.
Yeah, he does. He does. Good job. He does. She sucks.
Yeah, 00s have the cheat code. Everyone else doesn't.
Yeah. But then, for some fucking reason, Rami Malek's character is there all alone, and well, I assume he's only because we only see him in the shot.
Yeah.
So it's safe to say he has more goons with him.
And from this point, we just get to the final act, which we've already kind of talked about.
Man,
we've already.
It's really weird.
About. I think at this point, let's just jump right into that ending because we kind of already went through a bunch of the shit with the final act, but. The ending is.
Wait! I forgot they fly there with a mini plane. A covert ops little
mini
plane, like glider / submarine.
Mm-hmm.
So that was cool. Man, again, the trailers made it look a big deal, but it really wasn't.
Nope.
It's just, and they just forgot about it in the end. It doesn't come back.
No, they even go back to where it probably should be, but it's not there.
Yeah, because they're retreating, but then it's not there. There's some random fucking boat in there.
It's just not there.
It's just not there. This was, man.
Yeah. The ending.
This movie ain't that good, is it? No, we talk about it, huh? Yeah.
You're the one talking about it.
Huh?
You're the one talking about it.
The ending. Oh, I guess I gotta talk about why that happens. So yeah, there comes to a point where, yeah, of course, Bond saves
shot like 4 times.
Yeah, no, we're gonna talk about why they're there. So, where I just want to know where to start from.
He's trying to save Madeline and the kid.
The other 007. Oh wait, I forgot to mention a really important part of the film where the former 007 gives up her title to give it back to Bond because she understands that that's a role she can't exactly fill up from him.
And she says a line that Bond said earlier in the film. It's just a number.
Even though I don't like that because
it is in fact just a number.
But it's a big deal. No, it is a big deal because it's Bond's little thing.
It's been associated to him for a very long time.
Yeah, and then it's the guy who's fucking saved the world many times.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was pretty neat. I like that. And after that, she's called 008. There's a little line in there.
Is it?
He's 008.
I didn't even hear that one.
Yeah.
Okay, I figured she would be 008.
Yeah, they say really fast. Where Bond is like 008, something. Yeah, it was really fast. You missed it. I fucking missed it for a second too. Yeah, they break into the facility. You know, that's okay. There's some okay action.
Dialogue is like you can't hear.
Let's not forget, a lot of the dialogue is snap, 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 move, fast, go. Very fast.
Yeah.
Again, you could almost miss it. This is what I'm saying about the movie being very, very casual friendly for people because it's fast.
Yeah.
At points. So yeah, this whole thing about Rami Malek. explaining her whole fucking motivation to Madeline and her daughter. It's pointless, really. And then they take Madeline away, and then she's gonna drink some tea that apparently blinds people, but it fucking doesn't. She throws it at a guy, and then she escapes because, of course, Bond can't save her. She's gotta escape herself. And coincidentally, they run into each other, or not so much. She ends up going to where Bond is, where he was literally just with his daughter and Rami Malek before he killed all the guards, because Rami Malek has a fucking trapdoor leading down to
He's got
whatever.
the Don Corneo door.
He's got
He's got the Don Corneo door.
Oh, thank God, he thought of everything, didn't he? But not enough.
No, because he shot Bond 4 times and expected Bond to just die.
Yeah, and of course we mentioned Rami Malek just letting Bond's little daughter go.
Yeah, we kind of went over that already.
And you know how it was really dumb. And then Bond, being the hero he is, makes 008, take him away, just escape the island. While he runs shit down and blasts everybody in a pretty cool one-shot take.
The stairway, yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
It's pretty cool.
I was like, holy shit, it's not cutting.
Pretty cool, except for the fact that the bad guys can't hit Bond for some fucking reason, because they suck.
Nope.
And he kills... he kills the henchman, literally blows his head away. Which, by the way, this is actually a pretty big deal. The toxin is explained to be nanomachines.
It's
nanomachines, basically.
Nanomachines, which I looked right at you, and you did nothing. I was fully expecting, because I looked at you and went, what the fuck? And I thought you were going to notice, and you were just watching the movie. I was like, am I seeing this shit? Am I the only one seeing this shit?
I think it might have been something that I just fucking missed until I realized, like, wait, nanomachines? Are you fucking kidding me? And I just forgot to react to it.
Yeah, Q says they're nanites, and I just go, am I blind here? Did I just hear that?
Yeah, I'm like, man, goddammit, fucking nanites. I hate them so much in every movie.
Because are the stupidest thing.
They use that to explain any issue that they have.
Everything.
Even though it still fucking doesn't. It doesn't explain a single thing.
It's the same as, kill the mother and it'll kill the rest of the horde. Like,
yeah. And Bond is giving this watch by Q. Watch that can cause an EMP.
He only uses twice.
But he doesn't. But apparently the EMP is not good enough to affect the nanomachines in his bloodstream.
No, they're in his blood. They're not something that the EMP can just affect.
How do we know that?
How do we know that it would work?
Or then again, why?
How do we know that it would work? How do we know that it wouldn't work? How do we know it would work? Because that's why. Because fuck you. That's why.
No, because that's how it works.
No, because fuck you. That's why.
Oh, thank you. It makes movie. Thank you. Makes the movie a lot worse. Good to know, right?
Because fuck you. That's why.
Yeah. Thank you, movie. Fuck you too, movie. And yeah, he ends up in this. Wow, that begs the question on why the fuck didn't the bad guys update the whole place? Because it is a place, basically a military base that's been used since World War II. Very outdated, but it still works.
50s.
The 50s?
Yeah, the 50s.
Oh, right. I thought it was World War II. They mentioned that.
They did mention World War II, but the Q also mentions that the base was made in the 50s. So was it made during World War II? Is it made during the 50s? I have no idea.
Anyway, old days, outdated.
Mm-hmm.
But for some reason, thinking about it now, the bad guys or the whole organization didn't really care to upgrade it, put people there, put security there. No, they just don't fucking care anymore. There's just no security. Security is not a thing in the world of Bond. It's just not a thing. Just whatever. Think about it. Yeah, and thankfully it works. He opens the silos that will be bombed by an airstrike to the farm that basically makes all all of this poison toxic thingy. But for some, yeah, and then Bond dips. He finds his daughter's ugly ass doll. But for some reason, the cellar door is just closed. For some unexplained reason, they're just fucking closed. So he has to run back. But then he gets fucking shot by Rami Malek.
4 times.
4 times, mind you. And then I was wondering, where are your security guards to help?
Dead.
But no, that's bullshit. There's more. We saw that there's
dead on the stairs.
Really? That's all of them?
The movie gives me no other information to assume otherwise.
Are you fucking shitting me? That's all of them? That's all. Oh, man.
But don't assume what I'm telling you is the truth. I am just saying there is no other contradicting information to tell me that they are more. Because we don't see any more outside of those guys.
The movie just kind of forgot about them.
Sure.
Yeah, so he's on his own, and because he's really dumb, he doesn't just kill Bond there. He has to gloat and just be a fucking villain about it.
Yeah. The villain 101. Really, never kill the bad guy. Never kill the hero.
Really dumb and whatnot.
Yeah, villain. Yeah,
but,
it's villain 101.
But like he has no reason not to.
It's villain 101. You never kill the hero, and you also throw them around. You never just kill them. You throw them around.
Yeah, man. They couldn't make Cipher.
Safer.
It's not Cipher. It's probably Cipher because
it's safer, I think.
Safer? Yeah, safer. Safer. Yeah, they couldn't make him intimidating by him just being there. They couldn't make him a physical force to Bond. They couldn't make him an intelligent force to Bond.
Yeah, safe in.
He's not really a threat to Bond in any way, except when he gets shot. But then he just fucking dies. Bond, little plot hole he has. He just gets up, whatever bullets. I didn't get fucking shot. Whatever. Who cares about bullets? And he breaks his arm. But before anything else happens, Safer just infects Bond.
You've been saying it wrong, I guess. It's Safen.
Safen?
Yeah.
All right, Safen just infects Bond with a spray of the toxin. And then, of course, he makes some more monologuing shit, and then, which is actually pretty cool, Bond just puts a few caps in his fucking head. Just bang, bang, bang.
Just fast, 3. Just bah, bah, bah. That's it.
Yeah. So, there goes that fucking villain.
Fine by me.
Yeah. And then this is when the movie tries to get emotional, but it really doesn't. Where he's limping slowly back to the silos to open them. He's talking to Q, asking, "Hey, Q, when this disease gets on you, is that it? Like, it's permanent? Yeah, it's permanent, Bond. Oh, okay, cool." But he's like, "Oh, but you're fine." "No, I'm not." "Oh shit, you're gonna die." "Oh, damn, bro." He was really sad about it. I'm not, unfortunately. And he almost
does that just mean that like this character Bond is just, you can't care about him.
And I did it before. It's crazy. I did enough in Casino Royale and Skyfall. I cared about him a lot. He was a great character. But now it's like, man. And I mentioned this. It doesn't help that Craig just wants to leave.
Yeah, you can tell that he's putting a lot into it. He's a good actor, but you can tell he.
Yeah, but
he was done with these movies like 3. He was done 3 movies ago.
Yeah, but like knowing that fact just doesn't help with caring.
Because you can see it.
Mm-hmm.
Which you can even say about Skyfall because he clearly wanted out. he wanted out after Quantum of Solace. So.
And Spectre was very demanding, as we know.
Yeah.
Spectre was shit too, so god damn it. And yeah, he has them put Madeline on while he's climbing on top of the silos as they open to watch the sunset. And then I wondered, what's stopping the silos from closing again? Like, what's the reason? Like, this is why I mentioned I don't understand why they closed at first. Why they opened back up at first. Is it timed? Well, we don't know. but then Bond opens them, but they don't close again, and I'm like, why don't they close again? But whatever, ignore it. Emotional scene, quote unquote. And then he's talking to Madeline, talking about how much he loves her and whatnot, how much they love each other. Madeline was like, "Oh no, there must be another way, Bond." But he's like, "Nah, I'm done. Nah, I'm just gonna die." And
time to die, baby.
thinking about it, Bond could have escaped the island easily, but
maybe not easily. He was limping. He got shot many
uh,
times.
it's fine. There's
Tis a
can
flesh
swim.
wound.
This for the flesh wound, it's fine. He has plot armor. Man, for all we know, the explosion just threw him back into the water, and he's fine. He's gonna come back in the next one like,
Skyfall
hello,
starts playing.
is this guy? It's a flower movie. That was just the opening.
5-hour movie. Fuck me.
Yeah, and then a pretty cool line was when she says she has your eyes, and Bond says, "I know." Very very Han Solo line. I gotta say that was a very cool line. Good for him. Then he dies because the silos are open and
the missiles are coming either way.
Missiles are coming, which is pretty cool. Pretty cool imagery of explosions. I must say. Then yeah, it cuts to white, and we see some of Bond's co-workers and 008 in M's office, having a drink to him.
Toast to him.
Yeah, a toast to Bond.
To James, Bond. They said.
Oh, to James. Yeah,
to James.
Yeah, I mean, I would have preferred a funeral. Just saying, that would have been more fitting for James Bond, the legend. Whatever. And then we have this very Kill Bill-esque ending with Madeline and her daughter and James.
Let me tell you the story of James Bond, and then it just ends.
Yeah, it just ends with no boom, boom. So what I preferred, it just ends with this quirky little music. Yeah. And then we just left. We just didn't care anymore.
Well, the movie ended. There was nothing else. So I was like, okay, let's see how this goes.
Yeah.
As you do when a movie ends.
Yeah, but usually when a movie really hits you, you stick around like, oh damn, that was a tough one. Ooh. Yeah. Not because it was bad, because it hit you emotionally or something like that. But with Bond, I just didn't feel it that way. Because when I saw Logan and it ended, I was probably there for a minute, just wowed. But for Bond, Daniel Craig's last film as Bond, I didn't get that.
I ended up asking myself a shit ton of questions when Bond dies, because then I start asking, okay, so how are they just gonna reboot again for the next guy?
Well, mind you, this is something that
because they tend to keep some of the old actors, so
exactly.
Are they just gonna reboot and essentially undo everything that No Time to Die does?
Yeah, this doesn't leave much to the future.
Yeah.
So Bond really shouldn't have died, or he didn't need to die at least. This is kind of a continuity breaker because, as for the Bond franchise, even if I haven't seen it, this is a very well-known fact that it's a continuing thing, like the cast change for Bond.
Yeah, the actor always changes, but the character stays the same.
So now it's like, what now? God damn it!
Yeah, and maybe this is just a franchise problem because, again, the character rarely changes. The Craig movies have been the only ones where the character is a little dynamic, where he changes throughout each movie.
Well, don't say throughout each movie, because Skyfall was the last one to do it. Yeah. I get it. I'm sorry. Skyfall was the last one.
Yeah. So it just kind of presents a problem where it's like, well, this character never changes. He's stagnant. But the franchise needs to move forward anyway, and they will find new ways to change the franchise. They've always done it. But with this one, it feels like, okay, what the fuck do you do now? Because you killed Bond.
Yeah.
So it's just one of those, okay, how do you move forward? Is just the next guy not going to be called James Bond?
That shouldn't be the case. Just saying.
But if they call him James Bond, then what the fuck does that mean for Daniel Craig's Bond?
Man,
was
it's
his,
safe to
his
say
name
that
really James Bond?
it's safe to say that they're gonna
Is
fucking
that
reboot it.
name? Is that name just like passed down through every 00? Through every 007? No, of course not, because she was 007 and her name wasn't James Bond.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I just don't know.
So, fuck that ending.
They really wrote themselves into a pickle.
Yeah.
But who cares? It's for the next guy to figure out.
Now he's gotta figure out who they will cast.
At this point, I don't even fucking know. They can cast anybody at this point.
Thankfully, the producers of the franchise did state that they will not cast a woman as Bond. So, yay.
Well, yeah, you can't really cast a woman as Bond because
Huh?
James Bond
Yeah.
is a male name.
Yeah. So, yay! A woman said this too. That pleases me.
Yeah, the writer of the film said she would.
Not Phoebe. No, not Phoebe.
I thought it was Phoebe.
Someone else.
I know Phoebe said that she wouldn't make Bond a woman ever.
No, it wasn't Phoebe. It was someone else.
I know, and Phoebe also said that Bond should be a womanizer. And I was like, wow, you just said that.
He wasn't in this movie though.
No.
So is she fucking lying?
I don't know. She also came into this project late and after Spectre.
Yeah.
So, but I think she came in at Craig's request, and I've heard that she does really like the franchise, so she kind of was excited to jump at the opportunity, but again, she joined in late, so she kind of just like, ah, fuck.
Alright. But yeah, man, I think talking about it in detail made it a lot worse for me.
So what are you gonna say now, like a 3?
I'm gonna give it a 4.
Oh, okay. Honestly, honestly, I thought at everything you were saying, I thought you were gonna stay at a 5. It seemed like, yeah, at this point, yeah, you would just call it a 5. But yeah.
I mean, when the responses to the criticism is "cause fuck you," that's why. That's probably says a lot about the movie, doesn't it? Doesn't it now?
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's going out of 4. It's not a masterful 4. I don't hate this movie, but
you don't like it.
Again, I mentioned stuff that I like in it. It's just
you don't like it, but you don't hate it.
It's not a malice for 4. Yeah.
For me, 4s have no malice behind them. It's when you start getting into 2s. That's when you start getting into the fuck you territory.
What's a 3?
A 3 is I better. I oughta.
I oughta. Like, I give The Last of Us 2 a 3. I hate that game, so
maybe you should put it lower then. But that's just my scale.
So
yeah, I'm dropping down to a 6, I guess. Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah,
that's better.
I'll drop down to a 6.
That is the okay level.
Yeah, it's the okay. We are barely making it. This movie does have quite a bit to like. To be entirely fair to it, it does have a lot.
A bit like maybe a few nuances, yeah. But man, the writing isn't great.
Nuance. He said that.
A few.
Just a few. That, like not me.
Like a few lines that I mentioned. That were pretty neat.
Yeah, Malignant had nuance too.
Huh?
Malignant had nuance too.
Which one had nuance?
Malignant.
Malignant.
Uh-huh.
Well, probably weren't good nuanced.
No.
There we go.
I still recommend Malignant to everybody.
I have no clue on that.
Movie is god awful, but I love it.
Hey, there we go.
I love that movie, but it is awful. But also, I don't know if they intended, if that was the intention.
Well, I
or
reckon
not.
this movie might piss a lot of Bond fans off, like
Oh,
the hardcore.
Sure. The hardcore Bond fans, yeah, they'll probably be upset by this. But as someone who's not a hardcore Bond fan, or it barely counts as a Bond fan, I don't have as much attachment to this, so there's really not anything for me to get angry about.
I wanna get into that little thing of becoming the full-fledged Bond fan by watching those fucking old films. I wanna do that.
Oh god.
I saw GoldenEye. GoldenEye's fucking great.
It's really GoldenEye's really not that old.
1995, I believe.
Yeah, so it's almost 30. It's really not that old.
I guess so, yeah.
Yeah. Doctor No is a very old one.
That's 62, so yeah.
Motherfucker's elderly.
Oh,
I guess we completely dodged the Billie Eilish song.
It's okay. It was okay.
I really like the song. But remember what I said before we watched the movie? I was like, you're probably going to be underwhelmed by the song because you didn't hear it.
Would I not have been underwhelmed by the song hearing it first? Would I really not have been underwhelmed by the song by hearing it first time?
If you would have heard it maybe a year ago, yeah, maybe you might have not been so underwhelmed. Because you've been waiting a year and a half to hear the song. Because of your own.
To be fair, I really
own like. Because I asked you, remember way back when, and I was like, hey, the song's out. You want to hear it? And you go, no, I'll wait till I see the movie. I was like, okay. And here we are.
A year ago.
A year and a half ago.
But I kind of just forgot about it.
Yeah.
Like at that point, it didn't really matter. And the song is only made better by the sequence itself, by the intro.
As a lot of these songs are benefited.
It was okay, really. It wasn't memorable, but I can think of Skyfall's opening.
I really like the song. Personally, I really like the song. I think it works really well. It's much better. It's much better than Spectre's song.
And Quantum Solace. I heard Quantum Solace. It wasn't great. I tell you what.
Oh, wasn't that Alicia Keys' one?
I
think that was Alicia Keys.
I thought it was a guy.
Quantum Solace?
Yeah.
Pretty sure that's Alicia Keys. Spectre was Sam Smith.
All right.
Yeah, I think that's right.
Casino Royale has a really good one too.
I don't remember it.
Really? Oh, that's really good.
Yeah, I don't remember it at all. Featured song, Another Way to Die by... Oh no, Alicia Keys.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. That was No Time to Die.
He's gonna keep saying that because he thinks he's clever.
It's very funny.
It's really not that funny.
It's very funny.
To you, it's very funny.
Hey, do you want to die? Exactly. That's what I thought. No time, Mr. No Time for Rami Malek.
He really didn't get any time.
That is true. And a 2 hour and 40-minute movie.
2 hour 48, sir.
Fuck.
You can't forget that 8 minutes. That's credits.
8 minutes of credits?
Yeah. Holy shit. Can we not get another Bond movie this long, please?
What?
Can we not get another Bond movie this long?
Please.
Please.
Can we get a Ritter Arbon movie?
No. Not allowed.
Damn it. That'd be nice.
Yeah, not gonna happen. I doubt it.
Oh well.
Because we can see Bond, be Bond, but God help us if we see his dick.
Or titties.
Or titties.
Preferably titties. Preferably.
preferably.
Have you noticed how Bond basically retires
In
every
every
single one of
movie.
the,
Yeah.
or in the correct movies, he always just fucking retires.
No, literally every single movie he retires. Yeah.
Even in Quantum of Solace, I was making a joke about even there.
I think so.
God damn.
I think so. I don't
Stop
remember.
it.
Quantum of Solace is a piece of shit, so I don't even remember it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, maybe Skyfall came too early. Maybe that movie came too early.
Or it didn't come late enough. Heyo.
Hey. Anyway. Yeah, Skyfall should have been the last one.
Probably.
Yeah.
I don't know. Ugh. Yeah, I guess. Holy shit, we've been talking about this movie for almost 2 hours. Yeah, I guess that was our Ernest's discussion.
My discussion.
On No Time to Die, where I was the bystander.
I am the captain now. I am the captain now. Well, I'm sorry. I am the captain now.
Yeah, I guess next time you'll see us, we'll be trying something a little different, possibly, since he finished the thing.
Don't spoil it.
He finished this thing, and if we're lucky, if I finish another thing very soon, we can do. You can see a couple things from us in the coming week. Because I doubt we're gonna talk about Halloween Kills at the Last Duel.
I forgot about that.
I'm sure you did. You're the one who's gonna be able to watch that movie for free. I can't. I'd have to go pay to go see Halloween Kills, and I really don't want to.
I think we can work around that.
Yeah, I want to see The Last Duel
in theaters. Is that only in theaters?
Yeah, only in theaters.
Fuck damn it.
Yeah.
What else is coming out?
This month, yeah, this month's kind of loaded because next week is Halloween Kills and The Last Duel, and then the week after is Dune, and then the week after that is Last Night in Soho. Oh, and the new My Hero movie, which my sister
Hold on.
wants
The
to
week
go
after
see.
that is what?
The week after what? Dune?
Yeah.
After Dune is Last Night in Soho. Edgar Wright's new movie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Last night.
Yeah.
Shit, bro, that shit we gotta watch. It's Edgar Wright. So.
Yeah, no. I will make an effort to see an Edgar Wright movie in theaters. I will support that man.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. And Dune, I might just watch it on HBO.
Maybe.
As much as I would love to support it in theaters, I might just watch it on HBO. Because that week that it comes out, I think Old and looks like holy shit, I can't write for shit. Oh, Old and Injustice come out on the 19th. So I'll probably watch those. Which yeah, we'll probably talk about Injustice.
I suppose so, yes.
Because that movie terrifies me.
It's gonna be great. Yeah.
Woo.
Hopefully. Anyway, are we done here?
Yeah, we're basically done. All right. Okay. We'll see you for see ya.
Good boy. Good boy. I'm born. Boy. Good boy. Boy. Good boy.
Bye.